Hey everybody, it's Cassie with 43 Fitness, and I wanted to stop in and talk to you guys today a little bit about some feminine issues I've been having. I apologize to my male readers, but hopefully some of this information will give you some insight into some of the challenges that your spouse or loved one of the female persuasion might be encountering during this stage of life. As you guys know, I'm 45 years old, so I'm still good 5 years shy of the whole, official average age for onset of menopause. So what that means is I am perimenopause, or, I don't know, basically just having big time PMS issues. And, I've always had a little bit of PMS stuff, but nothing serious, that I had to deal with. And quite frankly, I was on birth control for many, many years. And so that really kind of squelched down any of the symptoms I think that I would have experienced previously. And I apologize deeply to any of my female friends that I might have diminished when we were talking about things that you were going through, because man, if it didn't happen to me back then, but it is back with a vengeance these days. And so I just wanted to let you guys know sort of the things I've been grappling with and the ways I've been able to deal with it. And it's really just the main thing I'm dealing with is these just ridiculous cravings. Instead of PMS, it's like, persistent, monstrous stomach, because not only am I starving to death, I have this huge bloated belly, and the, intestinal orchestra that goes along with that a couple days of the month is just astounding to me. So not only do I have, super duper hungry, super duper crazy cravings, but big time bloating and gas and just, general nastiness. So I don't know what's going on. Apparently PMS gets worse as you progress towards menopause. And I guess this is just me dealing with it. But in the past 3 years, once I started this journey and I was eating clean, good complex carb, good lean protein, couple, servings of fat thrown in throughout the day, that was great for me. Worked fine. I lost all the weight that I wanted to. I felt satisfied. I lost the weight that I wanted to. Everything was hunky-dory. Once a month or so in the evening, I would feel hungry. I would have extra cravings. I would allow myself that, have a few extra snacks if I needed to get through it. No big deal, no harm, no foul, right? One extra night is not going to spoil an entire 3 years worth of work that I had done. These days, it is stretched out to more like 3 nights, 5 nights in a row of these crazy cravings, and it's for carbs, which is fine. Carbs are not a bad thing. I try to stress to my clients all the time, carbs are not evil. You just have to eat the right kind of carbs in the right portion size. The problem is, on those nights that I'm having these monster cravings, the portion sizes are not doing it for me. Not at all. So what I've been able to do is identify a couple of products that I've been utilizing instead of heading for the donuts or the cookies or the ice cream to try and satiate those cravings. I've used a couple of different things which have helped a little bit along the way. So yes, I'm eating extra portions of them, more than I normally would. In fact, one of the items I don't eat at all except when I'm having these crazy cravings. But I feel like they're clean enough to get me through and not completely throw me off track, because there's, some nights I can handle it and I can hang in there and not eat extra, but there's some nights, man, it's killing me. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about was this granola. And when I started the detox in January, one of the group members had asked me about this particular brand. It's called Kind. And it's completely healthy. It's got nothing but whole ingredients. It's got a good amount of fiber, good amount of protein. But of course, as you guys know, cold cereal, regardless of what form it comes in, is pretty high in calories. So it's not something I really eat anymore at all, just because it's such a small serving that you get. It never really fills me up. I need actual, more aggregate of food to get in my stomach to make me feel like I'm full. But this is one of those times when I will use it. And what I have it with is almond milk. And no, it's not organic. It's what I can get. I don't do everything organic. This is one of those things that I just, it's not such a huge deal to me. But do notice that it is the unsweetened variety. This particular one is vanilla, but they have, I think, other flavors. I'm not sure. 30 to 35 calories a serving is what I try to strive for. If I could do it with water, if I could get away with eating granola with water, I'd do it, but I can't. So this is what I turn to, and it's fine. In fact, most of my clients use almond milk in their shakes, and I have no issue with that. So back to the kind granola. This stuff is awesome. It's a little pricey, but it also comes in like 5 other flavors. There's a blueberry vanilla flax one that's very good. There's a peanut butter. There's honey and oat clusters. Anyway, good options for a sweet tooth because they do have it does have a nice sweet taste to it. But the sugars are only 3 grams per serving in on this particular flavor. For some of them, it's going to vary either way. But to me, I get out one kids bowl. You know, the smaller ones that your toddlers eat out of. Well, we've always saved those for occasions just like this, to savor things or try to have a smaller portion of something to start out to see if you can hack it. And so I take my daughter's toddler bowl, and I end up usually filling it up about 3 times, unfortunately, you know, about halfway to get me through the craving. And it works like a champ. And so far, it hasn't, you know, I've gained a few pounds, I'll be honest with you guys, on this roller coaster with the cravings. But that's okay. I'm dealing with it. As I've mentioned in the past, the scale isn't a big indicator for me. It's not the main point of measurement. So it doesn't stress me out too bad. I still feel like I have good definition. I still feel like my clothes are comfortable enough, and I'm okay with that. So for now, it's working. I can't say it's always going to work. It's like this journey it's like kids when you try to get them, you know, to sleep. You get them into a sleeping pattern, babies, and you're so excited because they slept through the night. Woohoo! You know, 5 hours or whatever they count that as. And then they get comfortable in that for maybe a week. And then they change again, you know, and that's kind of the way this journey is, especially at this time in my life. You know, being a female, when you're starting out over 40 and you're just careening towards that big 50 number, so many things are changing on a monthly basis, on a daily basis. So it's not only just you and your journey and trying to change your habits overall, but it's all these things that your hormones are throwing at you. And it's crazy. So again, I stress, there's never an end to this, never an end. But I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm hanging in there. So the other thing I wanted to point out that I do use, and I actually use it on the days that I'm doing okay too, is this new product I found. It may not be new for you guys. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's called Beanie Toes. They have a couple of different flavors. This particular one is my favorite. It's the black bean. They also have a pinto bean variety. And then they also have a few with like jalapeno cheddar and barbecue. When you start getting into the flavors, you get a little more calories thrown in, a little more chemical nonsense that I'm not too into. I honestly haven't looked at the bags with the flavors. There's like a chipotle barbecue and I think the jalapeno cheddar, which I mentioned. Right now, the only thing I'm doing is just the straight black bean, the original, and then the pinto bean. The macros are exactly identical. A little bit high in the calories. It's 140 per serving. Not terrible. Decent on the fat. No issues with that. Protein is good at 4 grams. Fiber is great at 5 grams. And even the carbs are only 15 grams. It's not huge. So 12 chips is what you get with a serving of these. And these are awesome. So instead of those Ezekiel sprouted grain tortillas, or instead of a corn tortilla, if you just want to mix it up, instead of the 7 Triscuits, which I'm always talking about, these are super portable. And they're really, really delicious just as they are. I don't feel like I need to dress them up in any way. I think they're perfect. So great little option for you if it's something you haven't looked at. You can usually get them in most health food stores, and they're really branching out. I don't know if you've noticed in some of the mainstream grocery stores, even our Safeway carries these. So something to look at, you know, something different. So I don't know if you guys are struggling with some of the cravings and some of the bloating craziness that is just part of life as we know it as an almost, you know, mid-century person. But it's been a real struggle for me, so I just wanted to touch base with you guys and let you know what's happening with me, because it's not all just peaches and cream, and I'm not sitting on top of the mountain saying, hey, I did it, and forevermore I'm done. I'm never going to be done. Never, never, never. So if you have any questions, or if you have any input, any feedback, if you're experiencing some of the same things, if you have some great other options that you've used to get you through some of these cravings, I would love to hear about it because, as I said, I'm really struggling, but I'm hanging in there. So any good opportunities you can offer, I'm all ears. All right. So today's Monday, just starting out. So hope you guys had a great 4th of July. Hope you have a good rest of this week, and keep me posted on anything that's happening with you, and I'll talk to you soon.